Titans had control of the whole game last night, cruising to a 42-16 win over the Bills. Derrick Henry also sent a statement to the Buffalo defense by landing this massive stiff arm that sent Josh Norman flying. The play has blown up all over social media. Plenty of memes have already been created. I kind of feel for Josh Norman this morning. Shannon, was this the most devastating stiff arm you have ever seen?
I wouldn't go by the ever, Skip, but it is one of the more impressive ones. And Josh Norman knows it's coming. And there's nothing like, Skip, a guy's like Reggie White's hump move. You know it's coming, but a 340-pound man can do nothing about it because you can't stop it. Josh knows it's coming, and he tries to chop his arm because he knows what's going to happen, and he missed. And I don't know if you follow him on social media, Derrick Henry, Skip, but he's been working out really hard. Does a lot of tricep work. Yeah. And the movie Deadpool, Skip, Ryan Reynolds' character, sometimes he finds himself in situations, and he asks, the boys comes on, you're probably wondering how I got in this position.
Talking to the audience.
Yeah. Yep. Josh Norman is probably asking, you're probably asking, how did I get in this position? Well, let me tell you what happened. I tried to tackle Derrick Henry in the open field, and I got too close to him. And instead of chopping his arm down so he couldn't stiff arm me, I missed. He got into my chest, and bad things normally happen when Derrick Henry can extend his arm in your chest. Vance McDonald, the Steelers had one on a Monday night.
Yeah, I remember it well.
Against Tampa Bay, Skip.
Yes.
I mean, you remember he got Earl Thomas in the divisional game last year, Skip. He had one in the semifinals, I think, against Michigan State also, where he got a guy. So Derrick Henry is known for this. He's been doing this since high school because Derrick Henry was this exact same size in Jacksonville when he became the all-time leading rusher in high school history. Skip, that's just... If you play football long enough, Skip, if you play basketball long enough, if you play basketball, you're going to get dunked on, somebody's going to put a move on you and cross you up. You play football long enough, somebody's going to do something like that, or they're going to put their helmet up under your chin, and your helmet's going to come off. So it's just a part of the game. Josh, you lost this one, bro.
Yeah. I have seen more devastating stiff arms than that one, and the Vance McDonald one was just stunning because he levels the guy. It wasn't a safety. Yeah. And he just keeps on keeping on.
Right.
And he blows all the way home. Oh, here it is. You're done, pal. I forget who that was. And he's just gone.
Conti.
Yep. Yeah, Conti.
But Skip, you remember
also, but he's going to go score.
And plus, Derrick Henry had one on the 99-yard run against Jacksonville where he had like 2 or 3 stiff arms.
Yep. The reason this one exploded on the internet, on Twitter, was because of the victim. It's Josh, who's been a bigger talker than he's played over the last 3 or 4 years.
Correct.
And I know a lot of fans are out there right now saying, is he going to play? Even Buffalo fans are saying, well, can he
recover from this?
Can he do this? Yeah, can he recover from this? Because he hadn't been covering anybody.
Right.
Okay, I'm going to defend Josh on one point. The truth is, with this man, what did you say about you were on the field next to Derrick Henry? He is a huge human.
No, TV doesn't do him justice.
No,
He's legit 6'4", 260.
Okay, so listen, Josh is a pretty big corner.
Yes, and he's a good tackling corner.
He is, and he goes, I'll bet Josh weighs, I'm going to just guess, 210 maybe?
I was maybe 200, Skip. I don't know if he's 210. I don't know if he's that heavy. He might have gotten a little heavier in his older
I've
age.
seen him in the hallways here at Fox, and he's got a little stature to him.
Yeah.
Okay, so the point is, why wouldn't you go low there? Why wouldn't you just take a shot, helmet at feet, and try to get his feet out from under him? Because that's your only... What shot do you have going in high? What's going to happen?
Well, Skip, he knows he's going to get stiff arm. That's why he tried to...
he missed.
And so he's going to body him.
Okay.
Once I get his arm out the way, Skip, now I can body him.
And now he's completely off balance when he finally gets stiff-armed in the shoulder, and he's got no hope he's just going to tumble. But I got to give him this. At least Derrick wasn't able to turn it up and go with it, right?
Yeah.
And the play actually got canceled by offsetting penalties.
Right.
But he's not even going to get to the... Did he get to the first? No, he didn't get to the first down marker. So at least Josh effectively, quote-unquote, did his job, right? He got him out of bounds, short of the marker.
Once Derrick did that, Derrick should have did that. You're too small.
Okay.
He should have
well, that's the truth.
He hit with that little Russell Westbrook on him. He's like,
okay, that's fine. Now let's talk about the football game. I was almost willing to bet on the Bills yesterday, and we went back and forth about the points. And fortunately for me, you did not accept the bet.
I didn't accept.
The Bills have been my dark horse Super Bowl team. I was thoroughly deflated by what I saw because that was a nightmare last night for them. They hung in for a little while, and then they completely collapsed and gave up. What was the score? 41 to...
Yeah, 42. 42. Yeah.
Okay. It's just like destruction.
Right.
Okay, so what did I see from a Buffalo team? They were not ready to play. Should I give them a little bit of a break? Because remember, they went several days not knowing whether they were going to have to play Kansas City on Thursday night or the Titans on Tuesday night. Remember, for a while, they said we had to do alternating game plans because we were preparing for the Chiefs and we had to suddenly prepare for the Titans. Well, the reason I was willing to bet you is the Titans went 2 weeks and they barely, I think they had two practices,
a walk through, yeah.
And it's complete distraction because you're COVID racked and everybody's looking sideways like, am I next? And you would have thought they would have come out flat last night and they were the team readier to play. They seemed to delight in the opportunity just to play football.
Skip, this is going to be a lot like basketball season because it's going to be who can adjust on the fly the most. Because you might potentially think you're going to play on Sunday and you might be playing Monday or Tuesday. Or you think you're going to play Monday night and you might not play until the following Sunday. So you're going to have to make adjustments. And the teams that can make the best adjustments are going to win the game. So it's going to be an attrition because you don't know who and when someone's going to get on that list.
So Buffalo did not have John Brown on offense, which I think hurt them some because he threw 16 balls to Stephon Diggs, which is just too many. And on defense, they did not have Tre'Davious White, who's one of the top corners, if not the top. And Levi Wallace is another good corner, and they didn't have them. But it seems like in this COVID season, everybody doesn't have somebody, right? Okay, so you just have to suck it up and figure it out. And when Malcolm Butler intercepted, I believe this was his second pass. Yeah, he takes off running, and it looked like the Bills quit to me. Like, we're done. Yeah, here we go.
Well, he was definitely trying to make him quit, but he wasn't going down. He wanted this to
Would somebody maybe tackle him? Maybe you. That's a little measly Beasley. He couldn't get him down.
Beasley's trying.
No, he tried, I guess.
Skip, you know offensive linemen.
Nobody's trying. Could you get him down? No, you're not going to get him down. Did somebody maybe get him? Oh, he finally just sort of stumbled over his own feet and fell down. Okay, that's not the Bills of Sean McDermott that I was willing to bet on because they play hard, man.
Well, Skip, that was really the only mistake that I thought Josh Allen made. The first one caromed off the guy's hand, and he was off a little bit. He missed a few throws, but I still think Buffalo's a good team. But I said this, Skip, watching Tennessee, if you look at them from the first game when they played the Broncos and they got that game-winning touchdown to where they are now, they're light years ahead. They are so much better. Not defensively. The defense concerns me, Skip, because they came in they were like one of the worst defenses
They were the worst against the rush coming in.
And they're not generating pressure. I would thought with Vic Beasley and Jadeveon Clowney, Skip, they would generate more pressure than what they do. And I'm surprised that they don't generate as much pressure as I thought they would.
Okay, and it brings me to Ryan Tannehill. I've never been a fan. I wasn't before the draft. It's just hard for me to wrap my arms around he's a top 10 quarterback. He's playing like a top 5 quarterback.
But when you got that big King Henry in the backfield, and you Skip, they do everything on play action. So those linebackers, you better get ahead of steam to try to stop that guy before he gets going. I know he's trying to end up on his highlight tape like Josh Norman.
Then the classic Ryan Tannehill play happened last night when they couldn't get any pressure on him, and he finally says, well, I think I'll just escape to the right, and there's nobody home, and he runs it in for a touchdown because there's nobody left.
He likes to blow out his knee. Did you see this? Watch what he does, Skip. Watch this.
This is how unused he is to scoring. What is that? What was that about?
You remember the kicker from Arizona, Skip?
And he said he was embarrassed after the game. I know. And he could have hurt himself. Okay, that's Ryan Tannehill. That's who he is.
He like to pull the Gus Frerotte. You remember Gus Frerotte?
I do. I got it. But he was so unused to scoring. He's like, I don't know what to do. I think I want to celebrate this.
He tried to do
it, All right, but that's who they are. And, hey, they got hot at the end of last year.
But offensively, the guy, I think Smith is the offensive coordinator. He's doing a great job of calling it. They run the football, even though Derrick Henry has not had those big days.
I mean, he had 19 carries for 57 yards, but it seemed like every one of them hurt. You know, he just bludgeoning.
Well, he's normally a second half back. If you look at the second half of this season, he'll go on this tear where he has 150, 185, 200. He'll pick it up the second half when it gets cold and nobody wants to tackle that big joker.
Well, my takeaway last night at the end of the game was old Coach Subway up there in New England.
Yeah.
I think he's looking a little better right now.
Well, hell yeah. We got
Coach Subway. Speaking of coaches, how about Tom's new coach, Bruce Arians? Apparently a big fan of Brady yelling at his teammates. He had an interesting quote about this. We'll explain after the break.
No